month and a half. What did we get up to over the break?
And the NHL is back in full swing after the Olympics, which teams have taken the reins and charged ahead of everyone else.
And finally, Oswego took the L in the SUNYAC Championship to the newcomers, but should those newcomers have even been there? All that and more right now on Hockey Talk. Welcome back to Hockey Talk, the show made by hockey fans for hockey fans. My name is Rob Finger, alongside my co-hosts Chris DeLuca in a paper bag, Evan Shomes, and Eric Palmieri, and we're here to talk hockey. Now, in case you haven't noticed, we've been off the air for 4 months now, partly because of Oswego SUNYAC playoffs, which I must say, that game that took our place was well worth the watch. But we've been all up to stuff over that time period, and we'll start with the man that easily had the greatest adventure, Chris DeLuca. Chris, what did you get up to over the winter break? And your jersey should tell a little something about that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is very hot to keep wearing this off. But just for now, I'll put it back on later, I guess. But no, it's been a time. Overall winter break was pretty good. I got to go to the Winter Classic between the Rangers and Panthers. Fun game. I had a good time. Rangers won. I believe it was 5-2. I saw Artemi Panarin when he was still a Ranger, which I'll get into later. I'm very sad about that. Score his goal. The finals I saw of him in person, as well as Mika Zibanejad. Overall, it was a great game. I went with my dad, my uncle, and my cousin. My cousin's a Panthers fan, so I had to make fun of him.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. But I mean, other than that, it's just been good. Been busy with TOP. Been crying at the Rangers because of how awful they've been.
Well, and
really awful.
And I mean, here's the thing.
Really awful. They've been.
Hey, have they been good yet?
Huh?
Are they good or bad? I couldn't tell.
I can't. The words I want to describe, I can't use on air.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the FCC would be a little bit mad at us. But
a little.
A little. But it's not been good in Rangers land, unfortunately. It's one of those aspects where, and you even said it earlier yourself, you've been winning games when you now should be tanking.
Oh, I'll get into that in a second because
all right. We have to move on. Evan, what did you get up to over winter break?
So over break, I played some hockey out in the street, got my brother out of retirement, which was nice. As opposed to that, also I celebrated my 21st birthday and celebrated with a nice beer at an Islanders game where we got blown out 5-0 to the Sabres. So that was probably the saddest beer of my life. But other than that, things have been great. I've been working a lot of WNYO for the SUNYAC Championships, which has been really fun. It's been great. I also along with Eric, are in the Broomball Championships tonight. So
that is true.
While this is airing, we'll be hoisting our
the shirts, which is basically
frauds.
No, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
You lost to our team, or you beat our team twice by only like 1 goal margins. They're frauds.
You're skipping over the fact I scored on you.
You did. Okay, whatever.
This is true.
Whatever.
Anyways, Eric, what did you get up to over the winter break?
Other than having a falling assist that led to one going in the back of net behind Chris DeLuca, I mean, I've had a pretty successful break. Enjoyed some backyard hockey in my friend's homemade rink. That was fun. Did a lot of skiing. Overall, just kind of taking it very chill. Been doing a lot for NYL. Been doing the women's games and the intermission reports, and then been doing post-game interviews, which has been fun for Oswego now. Just kind of dipping my toes into a lot more facets of sports.
Shout out as well to Tyler King, who's been...
shout out to Tyler King, who's been...
my king.
Absolutely pivotal in getting some of those press opportunities as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's been very cool. He's done a lot for... the school so far.
And that's actually a good segue into probably the coolest thing that I've done recently. I actually got my first ever media credential to an AHL hockey game.
Hey.
I joined Tyler King and his broadcast partner, David Foote, for the Belleville Senators, over in the opposing team's press
So you had
box
finger
up at the
you had
odd.
finger and foot in the press box.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
oh, that's
Finger
good
and
job.
foot in
That's
the press
kinda cool.
box.
Now you need
But
to-
yeah,
That could, like,
we
be a
were
thing.
we were over there in Utica at the odd for the game where the Utica Comets beat the Belleville Senators 4-1, and TK was not exactly a happy camper. I'll say that much, because that one is the bottom of the barrel for the Eastern Conference of the AHL. So it's not.
At least
It's
you
not
got a great experience out of it.
but it was pretty physical and it was pretty entertaining. So, anyways, well, we are back in action here in the studio, and so is the NHL. Who has been going on a tear and giving hope to their home city? Well, we'll find out when we return on Hockey Talk.
Welcome back to the DK experience. Go back to your job.
Every NFL fan has played for the last 15 games. They beat.
Writing a letter to the NFL fans? Get out of here with that.
Let me finish. No,
Let me finish.
stop.
Johnny Manziel, captain, he's a loser.
No, that's. Oh.
Watch the DK experience.
Is there anything interesting happening in here? Joe, is there anything interesting happening in here?
Yes, there is some interesting stuff tonight. We're doing our weather outside.
Oh, okay.
Our
I don't
quick
care.
weather.
Never mind.
That's the outside idea.
Welcome back to Hockey Talk, the show made by hockey fans for hockey fans. My name is Rob Finger, joined once again by Chris DeLuca, Evan Shomes, and Eric Palmieri, and we're back to talk hockey. Now, let's get into our NHL reports, starting with the lowest of the low, the New York Rangers.
It is the lowest of the low, but that game could not have been higher than high. Rangers beating the Flames 4-0. Now, yes, it was the Flames. I will admit they do suck. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
you got to take the wins where you can find them, especially the moral ones. And what a moral win it was, especially for top line, Alexis Lafreniere, Mika Zibanejad, and Gabe Perreault. Alexis Lafreniere getting his second career hat trick. The last time he did that was against the Arizona Coyotes, who don't exist anymore, so it doesn't count. 3 goals for 3 points on the left wing of Zibanejad, and on his right wing, Gabe Perreault, one of my favorite players on the Rangers, getting 2 assists for 2 points in the night. He has 4 points total, a goal and 3 assists in the last 2 games. And Lafreniere has, I believe, don't quote me on this, around 13 points in the last 9 games. Now, obviously, when you're tanking, that's not what you want to see. But you know what? I've been miserable watching this team for the last 2 or 3 months. I'll take a win where I can find it at this point, man.
Yeah,
that's
especially after trading away Artemi Panarin.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Okay, you know what?
Go, do it.
Why did they trade Artemi Panarin? Come back over here. Come back over here. Come back here. Why did they trade Artemi Panarin? There was no reason to do that. They gave him away for a third and Liam Greentree. I didn't even know who Liam Greentree, mind you, good prospect, yes, but 50% retained for just that bag of pucks. It is mind-boggling.
I think he looks
It is
pretty cool
genuinely
in the Kings
mind-boggling. I need
jersey.
some ice cream here. Come on, thank you.
Oh, that's good timing.
Thank you.
Go Islanders.
No, dude. No! But anyways, yeah, the Rangers suck. I don't know. Chris Drury doesn't know what he's doing.
What, you've got your consolation ice cream?
Eat your ice cream, bro. It's okay.
He's got to get a win
McFlurry.
somewhere. He's got to get a win
Sorry,
somewhere.
man. It's very good.
That's your only consolation in this era
no,
of
but-
desolation
actually, no,
for the New York Rangers.
No, this and hopefully Gavin McKenna or Stenberg, one of the two. Because at this point, that I can't keep watching this team. I can't keep feeling this pain, man.
Also, the fact that they put out, literally had to put out a letter to the fans, to the Rangers, being like, yeah, we know we're bad right now.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time this happened, I had 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot, but it's weird.
But
that
it's still
happened
2
twice.
nickels. Yeah.
It's still 2 nickels, and it's very disappointing. It's very infuriating, and it's very painful. And I can't wait for baseball to start. It's pretty much where I'm at.
Genuinely, I don't think a single other hockey franchise would have that sort of gall or guts to put out a letter to the fans being like, hey, we know we suck.
No, the Flyers.
Well, the thing is, not even the Habs did it when they were bad.
No,
The
Flyers
Sabres
did it,
didn't do it for 15 years.
I
mean,
when Tortorella
just
was still
became the
the head
culture.
coach,
Yeah.
he put out a letter.
Yeah, good old John
Maybe that's what it
Tortorella.
is. Maybe there's a
Yeah.
change of the guards here. Maybe the Rangers are the new Sabres.
Ooh.
Oh, that would suck.
You think so?
What?
Ooh,
You'd have to
maybe.
wait till you're like 35.
All right.
Yeah,
anyway.
no, I'm not waiting that long.
So speaking of,
you have one good year and you start chirping. I don't want to hear it.
all right. Speaking of,
You're gonna go back to the bottom of the
Buffalo
league
Sabres.
next year. Don't worry.
Speaking of the Buffalo Sabres, we have to get to
Okay.
their game versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. Eric, take it
Dude,
away.
I think this is the first time that I've ever smiled on the show, besides like the first one, and that was in preseason. That was the best regular season game that I have watched ever. I mean, that was just amazing. The 17 penalties. There were 4 players in the penalty box on each side at like all times during that first period.
wasn't
It was
your
just
first
fight
lines,
after
too?
fight after fight. Yeah, it was the first line, second line was in there at a point. Like, it was just an MMA match at some point. Like, UFC was on the same day.
I think
People were tuning
you
into that more.
texted me like MMA match going on right now.
I was so excited. Alex Tuck, multi-game goal. Zucker, multi-game goal. Doan, multi-game goal, and the game winner. It was beautiful. That stadium, dude. The like mic pop, because I was watching it like just on my phone, and the crowd just went nuts. And as a fan that has just, it's been hard to sell tickets. Like we were saying, the Buffalo Bandits probably sold more tickets
exactly.
than the Sabres for a while there. That stadium looked sold out. Oh my God, the atmosphere was so cool.
Yeah, 15 years of waiting is honestly, hey, it's mid-March. We can say it because I mean, you guys are in a
They're
wild
going to
card
make it
position right now.
first place
Yeah, well,
in
no,
the
yeah.
Atlantic by multiple games. We do have a full screen, as it has been 5,429 days.
Unfortunately, I forgot that full screen. My bad. But it was a picture.
It's a
of
picture
him.
of me
Well,
as a wee lad. Actually, I can maybe pull it up on Canva.
Yeah,
We
go
could-
for it.
yeah.
But it's been so long for the Buffalo Sabres that literally he was in. What weren't they Buffalo Slug jerseys?
Yeah,
They
it
were
was
Buffalo Slug
it was a
jerseys.
Ristolainen Buffalo Slug. This is a picture of me as a wee lad with my dad. Where am I going?
Here,
on
can
this?
we
Let's
need to
zoom
we
in
need to
on that
zoom in
baby.
on
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy right
Oh
here.
yeah, and then give that a little bit of focus. 5,429 days. That's a Tyler Myers jersey right in the middle. He hasn't been on the team in 11 years. All right.
Didn't he just
I've been
get
waiting
traded?
for this. Yeah, I think he's still on the Stars. I don't know. Yeah, that is baby Palmieri. That's like before the facial hair.
That's
Before I hit
a little bit
amazing.
before the facial hair.
a little bit before the facial hair.
But nonetheless, it's been so long for the Buffalo Sabres, who went literally last to first in the 4 months that we have been gone.
Best time of my life.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Anyways, let me talk now about the Montreal Canadiens in their game against the Toronto Maple Leafs, which here's a stat that all of us can laugh at. The Montreal Canadiens scored twice in their first period and held on for a 3-1 victory to hand the Toronto Maple Leafs their 8th straight loss at the Bell Center on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I can't even.
If
We
there's
love to hear it.
one thing that I and everybody at this table can agree on, it's the fact that the Leafs suck. And the Montreal Canadiens, over the last 2 years, have owned the Toronto Maple Leafs. Where is your Austin Matthews now? I love this. I
Are they last in
this.
the Atlantic?
Yes,
I
they
believe
are.
they are,
They're
right?
last
Oh my
in the
God.
Atlantic.
It's
You
such a
sent
good time
off-
to be alive. Like we had to sacrifice one of the New York teams, but
You
that's low-key
sent
okay.
off. What was it?
This is
who
the
was
most
it they sent off
unlikable
to Vegas? Nylander? Yeah, I think. Where was
they?
it?
I would be
Yes,
shocked if
they
they said
cast.
What?
They cast.
The Leafs?
Marner.
Marner.
Mitch
I was gonna
Marner.
say,
They
Nylander
cast off
scored,
Mitch
last
Marner
night.
to the Vegas Golden Knights in the hopes that would fix it. Nope.
But the
No.
opposite. I think it did the complete opposite.
Well, Austin Matthews has been absolutely nowhere this year. You know, you were mentioning that. I think you are right that William Nylander. Yeah, he
he
was the
scored
only
last
one
night.
that scored
It's kinda
at
nasty,
the
I'm
Bell
not even gonna
Center
lie.
for the Toronto Maple Leafs from Easton Cowan. Okay, I will give them credit. Easton Cowan is a pretty good prospect and pretty exciting for the Toronto Maple Leafs, especially for a young core that, honestly, the Maple Leafs might need to rebuild. They have a franchise player in Austin Matthews, but your
Send him to
time's up,
Arizona.
buddy. Your window has closed.
Yeah, I was gonna say the window's
So-
pretty much.
Send Matthews to go lead the new Coyotes after they. come back.
Honestly, yes. Bring the Coyotes back and bring the Arizona boy, Austin Matthews, out to the desert to lead the new Kachina Coyotes to the Cup.
I like that.
I like
I'd be
that.
okay with that.
That'd be fun.
Listen, the Maple Leafs gave the Rangers their first home in like 100 days, so you know what? They do suck. They do really suck.
Hey, the one thing that we can say, thank you, Toronto Maple Leafs, for being bad.
Thank you, Toronto.
Thank you.
Shout out Owen Miles.
Shout out Owen Miles.
But I will say about the Canadiens, they didn't move like at all because we just had the trade deadline come up. I think the Islanders got some decent moves from that.
Yes,
Brandon
we did.
Shen, right?
Yeah, we
Uh-huh.
got Braden Shen.
Braden Shen from
St.
that.
Louis Blues.
The Habs did absolutely nothing, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad that they did nothing because there weren't really any moves that they had to make. Jordan Bennington was rumored to be moving to the Habs or moving to another team other than the Blues. I don't think anybody expected that Braden Shen was going to be the one that was moving from them.
I didn't even think so. I thought we were going to get maybe Kyrou or
Yeah.
Thomas, I think,
I'm
was
also
also
kinda
in the
surprised-
question.
I mean, I know it's off topic, but I'm kind of surprised that Bobrovsky never got traded.
Alrighty. So for our final segment here, we do have to cover the New York Islanders.
have to?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a good win.
I
good
can't
segue.
lie. I usually don't turn off Islanders games, but that game I low-key turned off because we were losing 4-0 at one point. They called back the fourth goal, luckily, but I had already clicked off at that point. I was pretty upset. But then I get a text from Eric. He's like, yo, I love your team. You're saving my bet right now. I was like, what? I checked the score. It's tied 3-3 in the third period. I tune in, and I get to see a beautiful Barzy masterclass for the overtime winner, making us 10-0 in overtime, the first NHL team to have 10 consecutive overtime wins.
That's
a
actually a
beautiful
very
$56
surprising
move right there
statistic for especially a team like the New York Islanders to be the one that does that.
I know.
10 straight overtime wins.
It was beautiful. And also, thank you, Braden Shen. We have some more depth down the line. Great wingmen and just great mentors for Richie, who I think is going to be generational for the Islanders, too. I don't know, just a pretty complete game, at least from the second period on.
Yeah, some of the young guys for the Islanders are looking pretty scary. Matthew Schaefer is like running away with the Calder.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, this guy said Demidov was going to win it in the beginning of the year, by
I
the way.
had hopes.
Wrong. Absolutely
he's
wrong.
definitely a solid third in the Calder run.
He ain't
but he's not going to get it. I wished so hard the back-to-back Calder for the Montreal Canadiens, but no. It's
Matty
probably
Schaefer.
going to go to that guy, Matthew Schaefer.
Matthew Schaefer's winning the
for
Calder. I know it. It's going to happen.
Literally.
I'm ready
winning
for
the
it.
Calder.
He's going to win the
You got
yeah, the Calder. Yeah, I was
sorry.
right.
Yeah,
Oh my
sorry.
God, you
Sorry.
threw me
Oh,
off.
yeah,
Oh my
I threw
goodness.
myself off there.
a little rusty there.
Yeah, looking a little rusty there, but
Yeah, it's been a couple months. What can I say?
Yeah, and here's the thing. It would be the first well, okay, fair enough. The Islanders have had a recent Calder winner, and it was Matthew Barzal back
Yep.
in 2018.
Matthew Schaefer's a good follow-up to Barzy, I think.
I mean, hey, 8 years later, and you're winning another Calder? Might say something for your development.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think the Islanders are in a really, really good position right now, especially because we also have some great people in the prospect pool, too. And even so, like, people like Aitchison, Eklund, looking amazing, lighting it up in the OHL. Like, I don't know, I'm very excited for our future. If I think we're making the playoffs and making a pretty decent run this year, but even if we don't, I know that our window's just opening. We've got time.
We've got time for the New York Islanders, who are you guys second or third?
Third in the Metro right now.
Third in the Metro. Yeah,
we're fighting for that second spot.
Exactly. You guys literally, because it's at the top. It's the Carolina Hurricanes,
Pens,
the Pittsburgh Penguins coming out of nowhere for that Metro division.
I know we had the second place spot for I think a night. But then the Penguins took it right back. It's a close division.
Anyways, so, while the NHL season is still chugging along, one team season has come to an end in a fashion most controversial. Whose season got cut short and who was the perpetrator that never should have been there? All will be revealed when we return on Hockey Talk.
I saw bread, and I want some bread.
I feel like the amount of work that we get here is very different than a community college. So at my last school, we had at least an essay a week that was due for any given class.
Yeah. Also makes you really feel, because you start in the fall, where it's kind of like, well, still good school.
If it's hockey,
It's what they score!
it's on Hockey Talk. Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests.
Their behavior against easy teams, how do you lose to the Bruins twice?
As they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games. Only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
Come across like dirty.
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy. I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stumped still? Joe, I'm gonna sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
Welcome back to Hockey Talk, the show made by hockey fans for hockey fans. My name is Rob Finger, again joined by Chris DeLuca, Evan Sholmes, and Eric Palmieri, and we're back to talk hockey. Now, as was alluded to, a season has ended, and that is the season of our very own Oswego State Lakers. They were defeated 4-0 by the Hobart College Statesmen for the SUNYAC Championship. But I'd like to run through that sentence again. Defeated by Hobart College for the SUNYAC. Gentlemen, okay, what do we think about this game? Because multiple of us were at it.
Yeah. Okay, so what I think about this game, I was an analyst for NYO that night.
Mm-hmm.
First period, we played all right. We let up a goal, but Hobart won that period. Second period, I think Oswego won that second period. We played a really, really, really strong second period, but then all the win from our sails just disappeared, mainly after the self-goal. It kind of just took all the momentum away, and it was just downhill from there.
And I do really have to feel bad for Jonathan Balla, the guy who did commit that own goal. And I said it on our broadcast for WNYO. He's going to be seeing that in his nightmares. And I really, as somebody who has played hockey in the past, yeah, those ones are the ones that really, really stick.
It was just such bad timing.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
It wasn't even it wasn't even necessarily his fault. It was just unlucky bounce. I was in that corner watching it happen.
Yeah, you got arguably some of the best video of it.
Oh my God, yeah. I was in the corner with my little Osmo Pocket 3, just like, all right, am I gonna get? Oh. So, but like from what I saw, like it literally, Manzi couldn't control it, and as Ball was trying to clear, he accidentally just like into his own net, into the own net. So, I mean, it's unfortunate, but you can't really blame him. I mean, as we said, Oswego won that second period, and for the most part, it was just a matter of like the puck.
It was a great fight for those.
It was a
for
great
those
fight.
first two
Yeah, exactly. It was a great
and then,
fight. It was
just like Evan mentioned,
It's-
it just took the wind out of their sails, and then there was the defensive lap by Aiden Cooper that led to the breakaway goal.
It was
on
also the
Manzi,
fact.
and then it was just.
It was also the fact the Lakers couldn't score on that power play at the end of the second.
the 5 minutes.
If we came into the third period with a tie game, there would have been so much more steam. The problem is we came into the third period still down by 1, so our goal was to try to come back, whereas Hobart was keep this lead.
Hey,
Easier.
to be fair, they did go into that period 1-0 against the Hobart College Statesmen, which the one thing that I did want to point out from that one sentence that I said, there's no SUNY in Hobart. There is no like, oh, it's SUNY Hobart College. Nope. It's just Hobart College, and they just won the SUNY AC. And here, I have something that is very pertinent to this whole situation, and it was an announcement made on April 10th of 2024, and that was the announcement that both Hobart and Skidmore would be joining the SUNYAC for men's hockey. Outside of, I believe, wrestling and like track, they're the only private colleges that have joined any of the SUNYAC in the major sports. None in soccer, none in basketball, none in like lacrosse, none in anything like that, but hockey. And here's the guy who made the decision. The chair of the SUNYAC President's Council, it's chaired by Alberto Cardell, the president of SUNY Oneonta, a school that doesn't have a hockey team.
Interesting.
A man that made the decision.
No skin in the game.
No skin in the game.
Interesting.
Anyways, we have to move on.
If you want to send him a meanly worded email, I found his email for you.
All right.
There you go.
I will keep that in mind. Now that the ranting is done and over with, let's get into your games to watch, starting with the New York Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, this time next week, the Rangers will be hosting their Hudson River rivals. What is the script, dude? Between the New Jersey Devils and New York Rangers at MSG. And you can find that game on TNT and MSG networks. Puck drop is at 7 p.m. and that's going to be a great game where the Rangers are going to lose again because they always find the way to lose, especially against the Devils at this point.
So next up, the Montreal Canadiens will be hosting the New York Islanders coming up on the 21st. You know what that means. It's time for a face-off. Let's get to the 2 box. All right. So 30 seconds on the clock for this one, and I believe I was the home team in that, right? So you will go first, Evan. I will put 30 seconds on a stopwatch.
I got it, Rob. Don't worry.
All right.
Go.
All right. What is a Noah Dobson? What is an Ivan Demidov? What is a Hab? I'm not sure, but what I do know is Matthew Schaefer, Jean-Gabriel Pageau, Bo Horvat, Matt Barzal, Ilya Sorokin. I could keep going, but I digress. Let's go Islanders. I look forward to another win over the Montreal Canadiens.
Another win?
All right.
Yeah, I guess you took
Hey,
the cheap
you're
one
going
at
to
the
start
beginning.
counting to your 30 seconds. You ready? 3,
Okay,
2.
you're the mediator for
Yeah,
this
I'm
one?
the mediator.
All right, go.
3, 2, 1, go.
The Islanders, they've got that young talent, but I believe it's the 3rd youngest core in the entire league. The Montreal Canadiens have been on a tear recently. They beat the Kings. They beat the Leafs. They're on, and especially they're going to be on home ice as well. You've got somebody coming back who, multiple Olympians, by the way, Alexandre Texier for France, Nick Suzuki for the Team Canada. And
all right, that's enough. That's enough.
Anyways, I think the Habs are going to win.
All right. And lastly, my own Buffalo Sabres will be hosting the New York Islanders at the KeyBank Center coming up at the end of the month on the 31st. That game will be on MSG Networks. Puck drop is at 7 p.m.
And that means that Evan has double duty today as we get set for another face-off. We'll head to the 2 box.
All right, go.
Who starts this one?
You go first.
Do I start?
first,
Oh,
yeah.
man, okay.
Go.
Okay, we got rid of Druin. We added some more depth down the center with Shen. This game is definitely a get-back game, a little revenge tour, at least for me. I hope they revenge me. And who wakes up in a revenge game like that other than Matthew Schaefer? I'm going to say his name all the time. I'm going to use it as the excuse every time. Islanders get this get-back win, and they win against the Sabres, hopefully. They
All right,
will.
ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Well, I don't have much to say. We might go to that game, and you're not going to be able to fill your sorrows with a beer saber, unfortunately, because it's on a Tuesday. But the Sabres are going to win. they look unbeatable at KeyBank Center when that thing is filled out. The fans are like a sixth player on the ice there. It's awesome. So, yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, that'll do it for this episode of Hockey Talk. Lots coming up in the coming few weeks as a lot of hands are heading for just a few playoff spots. Well, hands except the Rangers. We'll see. We'll be back on April Fool's Day for our next episode. So remember, if it's hockey, it's on Hockey Talk. We'll see you next time.